This is Birthing at Home, a podcast. I'm Elsie, your host. I'm a home birth mum of 2 little boys. I'm a mental health nurse and the co-creator of Homebirth Victoria. If you want to learn more about me, the podcast, or my work, check out www.birthingathome.com.au. Before we begin, I would like to acknowledge the Wurundjeri people, who are the traditional custodians of the land I'm recording on in Naarm, Melbourne, Australia. I would also like to acknowledge that Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples have been birthing at home on country for tens of thousands of years prior to the British invasion, and acknowledge that sovereignty has never been ceded. This is episode 78. Today, Charlotte, living on Darug Country and a mum of 4, shares her amazing birth stories. This is a super special episode because Charlotte is probably one of the few women in Australia in recent times who has been supported by private midwives to birth her twins at home. Prior to her twins being born at home, she also had an accidental home birth. She shares her journey to finding home birth, her 3 pregnancies, and the emotional journey of choosing something that she felt was safest and best for her and her twins, even when that may have made others feel uncomfortable. It's a fantastic episode and demonstrates true woman-centered care. Charlotte also wanted to share that her sharing her story of birthing her twins at home doesn't mean she believes everyone should. She wishes that more people knew they could hire private midwives for pre- and postnatal care so that women can have continuity of care and fill the gaps a lot of hospital systems have. I hope you'll also forgive my error in my audio quality for this episode and hope it doesn't detract from Charlotte's story sharing. Enjoy! Welcome, Charlotte, to Birthing at Home, a podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you for finding time in your busy life with twins to join me and share your story. I'm very, very excited to have you on. Are you able to give a little bit of background to who you are, who's in your family, where you're located?
Yeah, my name's Charlotte. I am a mum of now 4 kids.
Yeah.
I have a 5-year-old son named Ali, a 3-year-old daughter named Halima, and 4-month-old twins Jamila and Jabril, and my husband Abdul.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah, we're in New South Wales.
Yeah, cool. And so very exciting. So you're going to give us a bit of context into the journey, but basically your twins were born at home.
Yes.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I suppose, twins being born at home with private midwives or having organised that whole situation with private midwives is pretty, I would say, rare in Australia. So it's really awesome to have you on and be able to share your experience so people know that it is possible. Yeah. Are you able to give a little bit of backstory to, I suppose, your births with Ali and Halima? How did you come to choose home birth for your twins, I suppose?
Well, I guess with Ali, I just went down the normal hospital, like a public hospital route. I had no idea about what my options were. Just went to the GP as soon as I found out I was pregnant, and I was pretty excited. And went in there, and she was like, "Oh, you're a bit early." I think I just peed on the stick and made an appointment and went in there. And she didn't really have much information to give me, and I was pretty lost. She just kind of said public or private was what
the options are.
Were. Yeah. And so I was like, well, I don't think we have the insurance, we didn't set that up or anything. So I was like, we're obviously going public. Yeah. So then I booked into the hospital, and then that waiting time between finding out and then getting an actual appointment with someone in the hospital is so long. So I remember that being quite anxious time, just because of the nausea, and then not feeling nauseous one day, you think something's wrong. Yeah, that kind of thing. Anyway, saw the midwife, and I actually had the same midwife for all my appointments leading up
Cool.
to birth, but she
Okay.
wasn't on call for my birth. So that was like really good. And she was like very like informative and was telling me, make sure you look up breastfeeding and things like that, because you're going to be overwhelmed like once you have the baby and all this conflicting information. So she was like really good. She got me on like board with like really doing my research in like breastfeeding and like birth and that kind of thing. And she spoke to me about water birth. She'd be like, it's a, like that might be nice to try, look it up, that kind of thing. So then I kind of just like dived into just research, and I was just wanted to know every single thing about all of it.
Yeah.
So I was like looking up on Spotify everything about breastfeeding, and like then got into like induction and that kind of thing. So had all my research. I just felt like I was cramming for an exam.
Yeah.
So so I felt like I had all the knowledge, and I knew like I wanted a natural birth, and I wanted to not go in too early, that kind of thing. I also did a calm birth course with my husband, because I knew he's very good at like coaching me, like we met, weightlifting. So he's like coaching me through a sport, and I know I respond well to him.
Yeah.
I just knew he needed like the knowledge of like what I wanted, like and a natural birth. So I like tried to get him educated. He was like a bit funny at the start. Like when I was like, can we do this course? He was like, oh, what do you need to do that for? Like everyone gives birth, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Anyway, after that, he was telling everyone, you have to do the calm birth course. It was really helpful for him, and like gave him a lot of like knowledge, and he felt like he could like advocate for me in the hospital. So I felt like pretty set up. Like I thought, yeah, we've got this. Like my husband, like we're both on the same page, and I kind of was like, if anyone asks me anything, I want you to answer. Like I want you to be the one to be talking for me. Like I don't want to have to deal with any of that. And so, and he's like very good at talking and that kind of thing. So I was like pretty like comfortable and confident to go into the hospital just with us two. And I guess fast forward to like I had a pretty like straightforward pregnancy, and then fast forward to the birth. Started to get like cramps in the afternoon, and they started to kind of build up throughout towards the night, and my waters broke at around I think 7 or 8 o'clock in the night, but not like proper contractions before that. So my waters broke, and then I kind of was like, I don't really want to call the hospital now. I waited about an hour to call them because I knew they'd make me come in and check.
Yeah.
Went in to get checked, and then they sent me home. And then when I got home, started to like the contractions started to build, and I was kind of thinking like, I don't know how I'm going to sit in the car like this. And so my husband was kind of like, oh, maybe we should go in. So we went in, and it was COVID time, so I had to go to the assessment room alone.
Wow.
And to kind of manage that, I was kind of vocalizing already. And I just remember the midwife on shift was like, kind of like, shut up, like, what are you doing? Like, kind of saying like, you're not very far along. Why are you making that noise? You're not breathing.
Whoa.
And then I kind of was like, well, what? She didn't tell me what to do. Like, she just left me and was like, be quiet. And then I heard her go to the lady, like, because we're just all in, like, it's just curtains between all the beds and stuff. She went to the other lady who was making the same noise, and she's like, be quiet, like, you're not breathing properly. And like,
oh my gosh,
what the hell? And then I just remember like it just feeling more intense then, because I just felt like strapped to this bed. And I like didn't have my husband there with me. So I was just like, oh God.
Yeah.
And I think I got checked. I don't know if it was by her or someone else. And they tried to stretch me because I wasn't enough centimeters to get admitted to the birth
Oh.
suite.
Oh my gosh,
So
yeah.
I think they stretched an extra centimetre and then they were able to get me in.
Yeah.
So then my husband met me in there. And I just remember like getting into the room and it was just like I had no idea what to do. And because like the midwife I was seeing was like, oh, water birth, I didn't know what that meant. I thought that meant just get in the water now.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
I
yeah.
was like, I think I had a pretty like young midwife in there. And I was like, can I get in the pool? And she's like, yeah. And so she started filling it up. And then me and my husband are fiddling around with the temperature because we have no idea. I was like, I'm too hot, like when the contraction would come, and then like cold when it would stop. So
Yeah.
we were just fiddling around with that. I think I was in there for hours until like a shift change. And then I got like a more experienced midwife. And she was like, I think you need to get out of the pool. Like it might be stalling your labor. So she got me out. And I think she was like instructed to kind of check me then. And I think we had been there for a long time. I actually don't know how long.
Yeah.
But yeah, she checked me. I wasn't that far along. I might have been like 5 centimeters or something. And then I think the doctor might have like just stormed in with her entourage and was like, oh, you've been at this for this many hours. You're only this far along. I don't know how long you or your baby are going to last. We need to get things going. Your waters have been broken since like 7 or 8 o'clock, risk of infection, that kind of thing. And I was like, oh my God, can we have more time? Like, because we did the calm birth course.
yeah,
They're like,
yeah.
you can ask for more time. They do all these things. So my husband's like, can we get more time? And she just disregarded him. Like it was like he wasn't even there. And I was like that just like made him like feel just so irrelevant. And I was like, he's actually trying like his hardest to be involved in this.
Yeah.
Give him the time of day kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I felt really like upset about that, that he was just brushed off when he was trying so hard. And that was like my rock kind of thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, she said that to me. She's like, okay, I'll give you an hour, I think. And then so she left. And then my midwife was like trying to get things going. So we're just upright, moving a lot more. And I think before she came in again, my midwife quickly checked me on the bed. And I had a contraction and I jumped off the bed. So I had no pants on because she had just checked me. Jumped off the bed and like was in a deep squat. And I just stayed down there for a while. And then the doctor came back in with her entourage again, like all these students, I guess, and just walked straight through and like standing in front of me. And I'm in this squat with like no pants on and they're all just like looking down at me. And I just felt like crap. I was like, oh my God, like, and I could just feel the contractions just stop. So, and she's like, okay, kind of time's up, that kind of thing. We need to get this moving. And because I had researched, like I knew, like doing the synthetic oxytocin, like I knew, like I'm like, oh, I'm going down this path of like intervention. That's what I thought in my head. I'm like, oh my God, like I'm on this like merry-go-round now. And my last kind of like fight thing that I said, I was like, is there any risk or side effect to doing this? And she just looked at me and she's like, no.
Oh.
And I was like, what the fuck? I know. And I feel like she knows that I knew, like, because like why else? Like otherwise I'd be going along with it.
Yeah.
So I just felt like she was just like, hurry up and
oh my gosh
kind of thing. So I just put my hands up then and I was like, whatever. And then so they all left, came back, and she sent one of the like young male students to do the cannula to put the like the Synto stuff in.
Yeah.
And he couldn't like get it. Like he was trying so many times, like he was pricking me so many times, and I was so angry. It was like worse than the labor. I was just so angry at him. I was like, you're wanting me to do this, like do it properly kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't send a student then to do it. Like, like, and I know it's probably hard to get it in because women in labor are so dehydrated. Like I had been laboring for a long time. But like send the proper person to
Yeah, of course.
I don't want to
especially in that stage.
Yeah, like I don't want to be an experiment.
Yeah. Exactly.
So I was so angry at that. So then I had that on. I think the midwife ended up getting it in. Like he tried like so many times, and then I think she wanted to I think she was pissed off about them as well. She wanted to help me, so she ended up doing it. So yeah, had that on, and then things were intensifying, and I just felt so out of control then. Like I just felt like this isn't coming from my body anymore. Like I can't control this. So yeah, I just felt out of control. I was screaming and that kind of thing. And then I think fast forward to probably transition. I was thinking in my head, like, I want to say I can't do this anymore. I think I'm at that point now. So I had that thought, and I was like, I'll just wait a few more contractions and then I'll say it, because I just wanted a bit more like reassurance. And then I said it, and then the midwife was like, oh, maybe I'll check you now and we can see, like maybe we can get in the bath and or talk about like something you can take, that kind of thing. And she checked me. I was 8 centimeters, and I remember going, oh, is that it? Like, and everyone was like so happy for me. They were like, oh, you got to 8 centimeters. And I'm like, I thought I was done.
Yeah.
Then like not long after, I just remember going, I need to poo now. Like, can I poo? Like, She's not really saying anything. But she's like, oh, I think she was probably thinking that's a good sign. So I think then she kind of instructed me to get in the pool. Yeah. And then I think it was probably about 20 minutes of pushing. And like he was taking his time to kind of come out, like he'd go out and then come back in. Yeah. So that was like quite intense, but I was so relieved. And I just remember like when they did the Synto drip, they were like, oh, but you can still have a water birth. And I'm just like, I don't care about that anymore. Like I fucked it up for me. So that happened. And I also did have the water injections in my back because I was having back labor. I didn't realize that it was that. And no one's telling me. Like, I'm like, all I can feel is it in my back. So I had those and that really helped. They were so painful, but it really helped. And I was feeling the contractions then in my front. So they really helped. So I had him in the water. And then I just felt like after that, like I should be happy about this. I had a healthy baby. I still had a water birth. But I just felt so like, I just don't like being taken advantage of because I'm such a people pleaser. I don't want to put myself in those positions because I'm going to say yes, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do. But please don't take advantage of me. So I just feel like really like it hurts a lot when that happens to me. So everything went well. And I just remember at the end, a midwife just poking me in the arm with the Synto injection, just like, oh, I'm just going to give you this. And I had no idea what it was. And it wasn't until after debriefing, I think with my midwife for my second baby, that she was like, you have to kind of do the injection if you've had like a augmentation or whatever, like because you're more to bleeding or something.
And did she do it in your arm or your leg?
It might have been my leg, my arm or my leg. I just remember her being like next to me and just like doing that and being like, I'm just giving you this. And I'm like, okay. I was so out of it at that point.
I'm just pausing here to let you know that after 2 years of recording, I'll be taking a break from releasing new episodes very soon. I'm really excited to let people know that I am now offering EMDR therapy online and in person in Melbourne. If anxiety, PTSD, grief, intrusive thoughts, or fear is showing up in your life as a parent, soon to be parent, or following a traumatic event, EMDR therapy could be for you. If you'd like to know more, please visit my website www.emdrwithelsie.com.au. Thanks, everyone.
Yeah.
I mean, like that's like crazy to me because, and I mean, it's always crazy to me every time I hear this story because, like, it's also it should be your choice.
I know.
Like, there's risks with everything, but like, it's your choice, not just jabbing someone. Like, that's just a wild thing to do.
Or tell me that, like, we have to, like, recommend
because of XYZ, your risk is increased. Like, do you want this?
Yeah.
Yes or no?
I realize now they do have time to ask for your consent. Like, nothing is ever that big of an emergency. I realize that now after having the twins and a good midwife that in the moment you can still ask.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Even in an emergency, it's still, there's still time. Unless you're unconscious, there is time. Like,
So that was my first birth. And then fast forward to Halima, I did want a home birth, but I felt like, I just felt overwhelmed, like, by all the planning, and like I thought it was a big thing to plan.
Did you only learn about home birth sort of after you had Ali?
Yeah, I guess a few people had home births and probably listening more to like podcasts and things like that.
Sure,
and
okay,
stories, because I was doing that a lot with Ali. It was like lockdown, so all I was doing was going for a walk every day for like 2 hours. I'd put on all the podcasts and I would just listen to birth stories and like education stuff or audio books. I
have a 5-year-old as well, and he was born in April 2020. And like, as far as I can remember, the only podcast that I definitely did listen to was the Australian Birth Stories podcast, but like finding the home birth specific stories was still like there wasn't that many. So I can understand that, like, if a lot of the stuff you're hearing more hospital stories and that kind of model over home births for sure.
And I felt like I didn't deserve to have that money spent on me, if that makes sense. Like, it's a lot of money, and I felt like you can go to the hospital and have a birth for free.
Yeah.
Why would you spend that money? Like, is it that big a deal to need to do that?
Yeah.
So, I had all those kind of thoughts. I'm like, I can't do that. And I heard of MGP probably towards the end of the pregnancy with Ali. And I was like, oh, damn, I wish I got into that. So I just really tried to get into that for Halima, and I got in.
Cool.
So I was happy. I thought, okay, this is the next best thing.
Yeah.
So I got into that. All the appointments were at my house, so I didn't have to step foot into the hospital, and I was like, oh my God, this is amazing.
Yeah.
And she was amazing too. She just would tell me, okay, there's these tests, blah, 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 but it's hospital policy. And she'd tell me that doesn't mean you have to do it.
Nice.
Yeah. She was very, telling me what my kind of choices were. So I was so happy with that. And everything was straightforward. I kept really active with Halima. I was doing CrossFit probably until a couple of days before her birth. And so I just felt really, really good. I didn't have to go to the hospital, and I was listening to all the birth stories again, probably Australian birth stories.
Yeah.
And one sat with me, like, I think it's Emily Sky. She's on Instagram. She's like a fitness.
It does sound familiar. Yeah.
She had a birth, her second baby, born before arrival at home.
Yeah.
He was trying to get to the hospital and didn't make it. And I was like, well, that's cool. Like, and I kind of like probably like manifested that a bit. And I was like putting towels in the car, and I had towels in the like downstairs as like I was like, setting
funny.
things up. Yeah. Anyway, I think I was taking my son to like Woolies, and I started to feel the cramps, and I was like, oh, this might be it. So that was the night before. It kind of like went on into the night of getting them, probably every 10 to probably 30 minutes apart, but I'd fall asleep, walk up and down the hallway when I'd get one, go back to bed, and they kind of like tinkered off towards the morning.
Yeah.
So I was just exhausted, and I was like, oh my God, like, because I thought, oh, second birth faster. Like, that's what I thought. So I thought when it started, I was like, oh, it's go time.
Yeah.
And so it kind of just like, I was like, oh, like I felt pretty like defeated by the morning. I was like, oh, like I can't do this again.
Yeah.
So I called my mum to look after my son, and then, she was watching him all day, and I had a massage booked, and I kind of messaged her saying, I'm in like early labor. I don't know if I should come. And she organized then to come to my house. She's like, oh, it might be good. I could probably get things going again to do like a bit of a labor.
Cool. Yeah.
Inducing one.
Yeah.
So she came over, and I was having like bloody show, I think, like just pink, like discharge. So she massaged me, and then she goes, keep upright and active for the rest of the day. And so went on a walk with my husband. He was on the phone, like he had a work call. He was like trying to wrap things up. And going on the walk, and the contractions were coming back, and I was doing like curb walking and stepping on the stairs, and I'm like putting my thumbs up and being like, it's working. Yeah. And then we got back home, and I just locked myself in my room by myself.
Yeah.
And turned the lights off, and I had just two things set up. I had a step set up to kind of do like step up curb walking kind of thing for contractions, and then I had a birth ball set up at the end of my bed to kind of rest at the end of my bed, and I had pillows set up so I could kind of rest my head on them. So I just was doing that back and forth for probably maybe 3 hours, I think. And, like I was just really kind of like I felt really in control, and like I was just coaching myself to kind of relax more as they got harder, and like have my head down, horse lips, that kind of thing. So I really kind of was like, okay, like relax more. The more intense they are, the more you have to relax. And so I was doing that back and forth, and then it was getting to the time to put my son to bed, and they were kind of ramping up, and my husband went to put him to bed, and I was kind of feeling like, I need you now, so hurry up and put him to bed. And then I ran into his room to say goodnight between contractions, and then ran back out. And then my husband was taking ages. I think he put him to bed and was like cleaning up or something, and I'm like, hurry up, I need you now. And so then he helped me into the shower, and it just escalated from there. So I was just doing deep breathing for that whole time. And then once I got in the shower, I started vocalizing, and I was like, I think we might call the midwife. And she heard me on the phone. She's like, oh, sounds good. Maybe call me back in half an hour. So I was like, okay. And then so like a couple of minutes went past. I'm like, no, I think I need to go now. And tried to get dressed in between contractions, running down the stairs. And because I didn't really tell my mum anything, like she didn't know I was in labor until she probably heard me in the shower, because I know that she'll just like make it a big deal. And I just wanted it to just be like more chill.
Everybody be calm. Yeah.
So she was probably like shocked that she just heard me probably like 5 minutes ago in the shower, like vocalizing, and then I'm running down the stairs trying to get out the door. And so he calls back my midwife while we're trying to get in the car, and I'm kind of like, I can't get in the car. And I think he said to her, she doesn't want to get in the car. And my midwife was like, yeah, just try get her in the car. I'm going to fill the pool up and like tell her that the pool's going to be ready when she gets here. And he hangs up. And I'm like having like a panic attack trying to get in the car.
Oh my gosh.
Claustrophobic.
Yeah.
I can't get in the car. Call the ambulance. Call the ambulance now. And I'm not ever like that. Like I'm like, oh, maybe this or maybe that. I'm like, call the ambulance. So he's like, oh God. So he's calling the ambulance, and I go back inside, but I see my mum coming to the door, and I'm like, I'm fine. Like, because like I didn't want her to be like, what the hell are you doing?
Yeah.
So because I didn't want to like go back inside, I started like pacing on the front lawn. My husband's like, what are you doing? Get inside. And like the ambulance at that point's kind of saying to him, go back inside. You're going to deliver this baby. And he's like, what the hell? So I just get inside in the front room. I think we have like floor to ceiling windows in the front room and you can see the front footpath. So anyone walking past just seen me.
Yeah.
And I just remember like having that urge to poo again. And I was like, I just need to poo. And so he's like catching it on a towel. I was like, oh my God, like you're the best. But
yeah.
catching it on the towel. And I remember thinking to myself, oh my God, I'm so dramatic. I just needed to poo. Like we've called the ambulance and all it was. Yeah. And I kept thinking, oh my God, this baby better be coming because I'm so embarrassed now.
Yeah.
And so he tries to like pack it up in the towel. And then the ambulance is telling him, you need to like tell me what you can see. Get Charlotte on her back. I want you to like tell me what you can see. And he's trying to like fight me to put me on my back because like they're being very like pressury.
Yeah.
And he's thinking like this is an emergency.
Yeah.
And I'm like, no, I don't want to be on my back. And I'm like rolling back over. And he's like, okay, I can't get her on her back. And so they're like, shine the torch, tell me what you can see. And he couldn't see anything at that point. But then I felt her like drop into my pelvis. And I was like, I can feel the head. And then they're like, okay, I want you to put pressure on the head, like to him. And he was like, what the hell? Like push her back in. I'm like, no, they're just meaning to like make sure it's not born too fast and that you've got like a good grip on her. So I was kind of telling him these things like casually, like, well, and like telling him where to put his hand and that kind of thing. So he was like listening to me, and he wanted to just listen to me, but they were so like, you need to do this, you need to do that. Anyway, so her head was born. I think it was just like it came out like in one go. And then they were saying on the phone, push, push, push. Like they were just telling me, keep pushing. And I was saying, wait, because I wanted to wait for the contraction, but I wasn't really communicating that to anyone. They were probably just thinking I can't do it or something. So they were all trying to encourage me to keep pushing. And I'm like trying to say, wait, I need a minute.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of like you're also being like caught between two worlds. Like you're trying to be in, but like also you have to be out and like read your mind. And
so they're saying, push. And I was kind of like, oh, whatever. So I just pushed her out. She came out like she just shot out.
Wow.
And my husband kind of caught her. He said she was like a torpedo kind of. And then she was a bit tangled in the cord. So I just untangled her and I just started rubbing her back. She wasn't really making any noise or anything. And they're saying like, is she breathing? And we're like, we don't really know. Like she was like pretty quiet. Yeah. And then she started crying and we all just were like, oh, thank God. But yeah, it was just
wow.
So crazy. And I think my mum's not very good with like the blood and the things. So we're like, go get towels. She had packed the towels in the closet before this, like she helping or whatever. She's
Yeah.
like, where are they? And we're like, you put them away in the. So she was, a bit like a bit stressed, but it wasn't noticed. I think, I was just quite like in the zone of like doing that. So I think the ambulance maybe came 5-10 minutes after she was out.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was all good. She was like, she was breathing and everything. So we were so happy.
Wow.
And then I just remember the ambulance coming in and being like, oh, our job's done kind of thing.
Yeah.
They were happy about it. But they were, I just remember one of the ladies was like, trying to give me the Synto injection. She was like, can I please just give you this? And I was like, oh, no, I just wanted to wait and see kind of thing. She asked me a few times, and then on the last time I was like, fine, just give it to me.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah.
So then we got in the ambulance and I had Halima like breastfeeding the whole time. I guess the other thing they wanted to do when they got there was cut the cord.
Yeah.
So they did that. But at least I had like
10 minutes. Yeah. A
20
while.
minutes
of
it, not being touched. And then, so they cut it and then, got in the ambulance, had Halima breastfeeding, and the lady was kind of like, can you feel any contractions or anything? And I'm like, no, like I'm not feeling anything. So got to the hospital and my midwife was there and she was so happy. She was like, oh my God, you did it. And then I think I had her second midwife because she was going off shift at that point, and she kind of like got the placenta out, and I think I had stitches and things like that. So that was all good. Then we had to stay a night in hospital because of they didn't monitor anything, so they wanted to make sure everything was okay. So I was like,
it's just all about their anxiety, like the paramedics' anxiety, like the midwives' anxiety, like everybody's anxiety.
I know. And the paramedics, they had packed up all the towels that all the blood was on to like weigh or something, and my midwife was like, I don't want these. That's fine.
I mean, that's probably good practice, like good thinking, I suppose. But what's the midwife going to do with all of these towels and oh gosh, that's funny.
So I was like, from that I just felt like, oh my God, like birth is so simple and straightforward. Like I was just mind blown that it's not a big deal, like it's just like a normal day. From that I was like, oh my God, like I want to have a home birth for my next baby. And then, so found out I was pregnant, and I was looking for a home birth midwife.
Yeah.
I was just
so between Halima and becoming pregnant again, had you done like further deep diving into the world of home birth or private midwifery, or you just knew
I just knew that that's what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
I didn't really get in on the community and things like that. I just knew I wanted to have them, have the baby at home.
The baby.
So, and my husband was on board too, because he was like, that was fine. Like if we have a midwife there, obviously it's going to be better.
Exactly.
So he was on board and happy. I was kind of like browsing the home birth, registry of all the midwives. Yeah. And I was like, how am I going to choose one? Like I was like just procrastinating a lot, and I knew that I needed to like get onto it ASAP. But I was just kind of like looking at them, and then I'd like forget about it. And then so I wasn't really committing. Yeah. And then I went to the scan, and I went with my 2 kids, and my husband wasn't there, and that was like the first scan that he'd ever missed. And he was trying to make it. He was like, I've got this work meeting. Should I come or not? and like I was already in there, and I was like, oh, maybe don't worry about it. And then the lady was she put the wand on my belly, and I just thought it was kind of like going around in a circle, and it showed like the same one again, like because I saw two things, but I thought it was like, I don't know, she went over it, but then it was the same one.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, that's strange. And then I can't remember what she said, if she just said there's two, I can see two sacs or two babies or something.
Yeah.
And my son was like, oh my God, there's two babies. I can't believe it. And I was like, I can't believe it either. I just was just laughing, I think. Nervous laugh.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, well, you got to also keep it together because you got Ali and Halima.
I know. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. And I was like, wow, like I can't, like that never crossed my mind ever.
Yeah.
Because it's, not really in my family. And, I just thought that I'm not that doesn't happen to me.
Yeah.
So I got out of there. I had sent my husband the picture of it, and it had like twin A and twin B. And I sent it to him. I think he might have quickly looked at it, and then he's like, oh, cute. And then I called him and I was like, did you look at that? Can you look at it properly? And he's like, yeah, I looked at it. And I'm like, no, look at it again. And then he saw like twin A and twin B, and he was just like, what? He was so excited though. He was like over the moon. He's like, I can't stop smiling. So we were just so shocked. Yeah. And I think in that appointment with the sonographer, the first thing I asked was, can I have a natural birth? And she's like, yeah, like, because they're the best kind of twins to have. Least risk, because they were both in separate sacs, separate placenta.
Yeah.
So she was like
die or something.
Yeah. So she was like, you can, if everything goes well, you can definitely have a natural birth. And so I was like, okay. So then got in the car, put on, like, looked up twin births on Spotify.
Yeah.
And I was just hearing a lot of like stories of, oh, they said I had to have an epidural because they'll have to do a breech extraction or whatever. Like they're not going to let you do this yet without an epidural. Like a lot of people won't let you, kind of thing. And like that was a lot of the stories that I was hearing. So I was like, crap. Like, and I knew I didn't want to just go to the doctor. Like I didn't want to be put down that normal path. So I was kind of like, what should I do? And then I looked up, I think like natural twin birth doula or something. And the first one that came up was the doula that I chose. Her name's Danae. I just looked through her stuff and I was like I just like immediately was like, she's the one.
Yeah.
And that's not like me. Like I was procrastinating with the other midwives before, but I just was like, that's her. And I just reached out to her on her like email thing, and she got back to me straight away, and she's like trying to organize a Zoom with me because I was just like, can I discuss options with you? Like I don't really know what to do.
Cool. Yeah.
And she's like, yeah, of course. And so we did a Zoom, and she was so like, she just put me at ease straight away. She was like, 100% you can do this, like given your history and stuff. We weren't even talking about home birth. We were just talking about natural. Natural birth. And she's like, let me go and see who I can kind of find.
Yeah.
Like she had obstetricians in mind or like midwives or whatever. So she was like, let me just see what's around. And I'll get back to you. And then I don't know if she called me or messaged, and she's like, how do you feel about home birth? And I'm like, I would love that. Like, yeah, like I was wanting one
Yeah.
before I found out, and I was like, am I allowed? And she's like, of course you're allowed. Anyway, she got me on to my midwife, Janine, and Janine's done twins in the hospital, but I didn't realise she hadn't done home birth twins.
Yeah.
But she's a home birth midwife, so she's done like breech at home and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So normally she would just support them in the hospital, the twins. And I remember going to her with my husband, and I thought, oh yeah, like I'm getting everything I wanted, like this is it. Like,
Yeah.
and so I was trying to get him on board with twins, and I'm like, yeah, it's a thing. Like,
It's not rare.
like, trust me, it's a thing.
Yeah.
And then we got there, and her, like, she was very a matter of fact. She was like, I haven't done this before. I'm willing to support you, but you really need to get to 37 weeks. You have to be like in like prime condition. You can't have any like health stuff come up.
Yeah.
And at the time she said you have to have 2 head down babies, and I was kind of like, crap, like how am I going to get all that?
Yeah.
So yeah, I kind of was a bit like bummed after that, because my husband was kind of like, I think we should go to the hospital kind of thing. She had mentioned that we could do care with her, like prenatal care and like postnatal care with her, and have an obstetrician at the hospital. And so that's kind of what she was kind of saying, like that's the alternative. Like I can still see you, and I can still support you the whole way through. I'll even like be on call for your birth, and like pretty much be the one like supporting you in labour.
Yeah.
But to do that at the hospital, we need an obstetrician, and this is the one that I work with. And it was actually really good, because that obstetrician works at the hospital that was like our local hospital.
Oh, cool. Yeah.
Yeah, because Janine lives like like an hour away from us. So,
wow. Oh, that's
yes.
kind of lucky then. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it just so happened she had visiting rights at this hospital that's
Cool.
close to us. So it all kind of worked out, and I was thinking, okay, this is probably a sign that like I need to go down this road. Like
Sure,
it's all
yeah.
happening so good. And also my husband was like, let's just do that, because you're getting, like she's saying that she'll set it up like at home, like kind of thing, like have a homey vibe in there, and like do her best to kind of keep everyone out. And it'll just be pretty much her and her like second midwife in there. Like they don't really call the obstetrician until like she needs to come. But it'll just be us. So they were kind of trying to sell it to me. And I went along with it for a long time, because I was like, I don't know, like I don't deserve this, or so. not that like I don't want to put everyone out to support me.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like
Yeah. I think it does.
I felt bad like putting Janine out there, like it's risky for her, and like my husband's stressed about it. Like I don't want to have, like, everyone's going to be more comfortable if I go to the hospital. It's going to please everyone.
Except for you.
Yeah. So I was like, I'm doing that. Like that's, I can't do something just for, like, I'm the only one that wants this. Like, like I can't justify that. So, went along with it, and, told everyone, like, we're going to the hospital. We're booked into the hospital. And I just really tried to get on board. I was like, it's going to, like, and it pleased my people-pleasing thing. I'm like, everyone's going to be so happy with me.
Yeah.
So, and it was getting to a point Janine, like, could see that I didn't want that. Like, the more that we would have appointments together, and she'd kind of get to know me and like know how serious I was. Like I was just like doing everything with like my doula. She runs like yoga every Sunday, and the OMP kind of protocol is it, what's that stand for?
Optimal maternal positioning.
Yes, optimal maternal positioning. So I was doing all that to kind of get the babies in like the best position.
Yeah.
Doing yoga every week, and I was just eating so strictly because I was so, like I don't want to get gestational diabetes. I can't afford to do that, so I was just so
Wow.
like really strict on myself, and I was like, I can't even enjoy an ice cream with my kids. Like I was like,
Oh my gosh.
like I need to do this, like
Yeah.
because even I just didn't want to have anything come up then that I'm a high risk in the hospital.
Of course.
So
Yeah.
I was just trying to, like, obviously my dream was to have a home birth, so it was all for that, but it was also for like not being like, I don't know, bullied in the hospital for having all these
Yeah, of course.
issues or whatever come up.
Yeah.
I didn't want to have to deal with that. So, I was just so strict on myself, and I was doing all the kind of movements to keep like my body in good condition and keep the babies like in their best position as well. So, yeah, and Janine like could see that, and every time, like every scan that would come up, everything was fine. And every time she'd be like, oh, like baby A's a little bit small or on the smaller side, I want her above this or whatever. I don't know, I'd eat a bit more food or something, and then like she'd be back up or whatever. Like everything, or I don't know if it was just like it just happened, like I don't know, the babies were listening and all that kind of thing. It just like played out. Like she's like, I need this to happen, and it would just happen. Like, and I would like be trying my best. Like every single day, I was like, I need to be doing something to prepare for birth every single day. Like, my doula used to, she used to say things like, if someone like watched you for a day, would they believe that you're serious about your goals? Like, are you doing everything you can? And so I just had that in my mind of like, I need to be doing everything I can, and definitely something every day to plan for this. And I was like journaling and like visualizing, doing a lot of like visualization, like meditations and things like that. Getting out in the sun, grounding, that kind of thing, like to prepare for this. And then it got to the point where, Janine was like, she could see that I didn't want to go to the hospital, and like that was like coming up a lot in our like sessions.
Yeah.
And then we got on a Zoom call with Dr. Stu.
Oh, yeah.
So Janine had been like trained by him.
Cool.
Like breech and twin birth, and he's an obstetrician in America who does home birth for twins and breeches.
Yeah.
And so we got on a call with him, and I was like, oh my God, this is so cool. And he was kind of like, I thought that he would be saying, you've got everything so well, like in the hospital, like you should go ahead with that. I was so certain he was going to say that, like you've got an obstetrician that's going to support you to have a natural birth. And you've got like the midwives there to help you. And I just was so certain that he'd be like, you've got everything you need, like you can do this, like in the hospital, it's fine. But he was like the opposite. He was like, go for it. Like you're in good condition. He wasn't even, I think at that point, baby A was head down, baby B was breech. And I think I was a bit unsettled. I wasn't unsettled that like I was worried about having a breech baby. I was more worried about the people supporting me, not being scared of that. So
Yeah.
anything to kind of come up with that.
Well, yeah, you mentioned before, like about both babies being in like the best position, but like, what is the best position? Because if the baby's choosing to be breech, like potentially that is their best position.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, and people's anxieties because the whole maternity system is de-skilled in breech, and it's people like Dr. Stu and Breach Without Borders that are trying to like bring that all back so that people aren't anxious about it.
Yeah. So I was probably more, and it wasn't Janine. Like Janine was like, "I'll support you with the breech," but like that's not an issue.
Yeah.
But I know we were looking for more midwives. She had a second midwife who was on board as well, but we were like we kind of wanted another one, just so we had like one midwife per baby and
for you. Yeah, totally. So,
So we kind of were trying to plan it the best we could.
Of course. And
so we were struggling to find another midwife that would support us, and I was kind of like thinking if it's like a head down, like straightforward thing, like maybe like
more people, others will be more likely to come on board. Absolutely. So that makes sense.
The reason I was worried, it wasn't because like I had faith that my body could do that and the babies were getting in their best position. Anyway, we spoke to Dr. Stu, and he was just like, there's no reason why you can't do this. You've got like a skilled midwives like who can do this, like, so and he was even saying like, even if you have your babies at home and you get transferred for hemorrhage or something afterwards, it's still beneficial for them to be born at home because of the microbiome and like being in their own environment, like a safe undisturbed birth at home. It's still even if you just do that, it's not a failure that you've gone to hospital.
100%.
So I was like, okay. So I had that in my head, like even if I do all my labor at home, or if they come out at home, like it's still going to be like better than just going, no, we have to do the whole thing in hospital. So after that, we all kind of were getting a bit more on board, and my husband was a bit more on board as well about being at home, but he still was, I think, of the hospital kind of is the safest placed. So he was almost there. And I remember talking to my doula about, we both spoke to her about it, and we were like, he's still a bit fearful. And I was kind of like, I don't want him to be like that. And she was like, no, it's okay to have a bit of fear. Like, that's okay. You can have fear and still do this. So that kind of like was helpful again to kind of get him a bit more on board. So after that, so they were, baby A was head down, baby B was breech. And then around 30-ish weeks, 32 weeks maybe, they both turned head down.
Wow, yeah.
And I was like, oh my God, this is a sign. Like I've been doing all my exercises. It's going like, well, like it's going to happen kind of thing.
Yeah.
I was so relieved, but it ended up putting a lot of pressure downwards, and I was getting a lot of like worse Braxton Hicks and like period cramps and things like that, backache. And I mentioned it to my midwife. I just texted her saying like, I've had a pretty shitty day. Like I'm feeling really crampy. And I can't remember, like I think I woke up that morning and I was just so exhausted, feeling all the crampiness, and I was really emotional as well. Like I just remember just breaking down and going like, what's happening? And so I messaged her saying like, I've had a pretty rough day. This is what's happening. And she's like, I think you probably need to go in and get checked kind of thing. Like you might be having like a bit of like you might be like in labor kind of thing.
Yeah.
And so I was like, damn it. And when she said that, I just remember like getting like so anxious and worked up. And then I was rushing around to try and pack a bag, and I was just so flustered, red. And I was like, oh my God, I have to go to hospital. Yeah, so trying to get the kids to my mum's house, like just running around like a headless chicken. And I was so stressed. And we were driving to the hospital, and I just felt so bad, and got in there, and she's like, oh my God, like you look like you're in labor. And I'm like,
Oh no.
yeah. So I felt so good though that she came to the hospital. Like
Cool,
she
yeah.
came to even all the like obstetrician appointments.
Oh wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, that was amazing. So yeah, she was at the hospital with me, and they had to do all the continuous monitoring on the babies. They checked. Is it a speculum?
Like for your cervix?
Yeah, they looked at my cervix.
Yeah.
Yeah. And she goes, oh, the doctor, it was just whatever doctor was on, because we went to the public hospital. And she's like, oh, cervix looks like long and closed, but who knows, anything can kind of happen. And so Janine had been messaging my obstetrician, and she wanted me to go on, I think, is it nifedipine or something? It's like a blood pressure medication that I think helps kind of calm down the like uterine contraction.
Okay, yeah.
So she suggested I do that, and we kind of spoke to Janine about it, and we were like, and she's like, you don't want to be having your babies now. Like the longer you can keep them in, the better.
Absolutely.
So like she was kind of like weighing up the risks with us and saying like the risks of this medication versus like your baby's being born now.
Yeah.
You want to keep them in as long as possible. So we kind of agreed to then start the medication, and I had to take it like every half an hour for a bit throughout the night. And then in the next day, I don't know how, it was more spaced out, but I kept having to take it.
Yeah.
So I had to stay in hospital that night, and I just remember like even just the medication just made me feel so disgusting. And like just the hospital just felt like a mental institution. Like I was like, I can't have babies here. Like, and my husband was like, yeah, this feels like gross. And they had everything set up like because they took me to the birth suite first when they thought I was in labor.
Sure, yeah.
And it had like all the like bed, like the baby bed things set up with all the resus stuff like in the room, like it was just pretty full on with like just all the medical things in there. And then the annoying thing about like the monitoring, the continuous monitoring of monitoring two babies, like they can't, like they're constantly losing them, like trying to fiddle around with that.
It's hard enough with one, let alone multiple. So
they kept like losing it, and I was so uncomfortable on my back, and I was trying to kind of stay as still as I could, so they could get their freaking reading and like take it off.
Yeah.
So, and I was just so nauseous because I felt so nauseous sitting on my back, or lying on my back. So they were trying to, like, that was just so fiddly. And I'm like, I can't imagine being like this in labor. Like,
yeah.
Things on me. Like it was just kind of like my husband was like, yeah, this is like a bit much. Like,
yeah.
You could kind of understand now why I didn't want to come in. And just the merry-go-round of going in there and having to do all these things and wanting to say no or saying no to someone, and they're like, oh, I'm just going to get my supervisor, and then they get them, and then they're trying to convince you, and then it's just like you can't get off once you're on. And so I stayed the night by myself because my husband like wanted to get back to the kids. at home, and I stayed by myself, and yeah, still had to keep having that medication. And I'm kind of like, I feel okay now. Can I stop? And they're like, oh, we'll go ask. And so they're asking, like, I'm asking all these people, and they're coming back, and it's a different person bringing me the medication. And I'm like, oh, like, they said that they would ask if I could stop taking this. And she's like, just take it, hurry up. Like, she just wanted to kind of, I guess, tick it off that I've taken it. And I'm like, no, like I've sent someone else to ask if I can stop taking it.
Yeah.
Anyway, then the person I asked came back and was like, oh, good news, you don't have to take it. And I had just taken it.
Oh my God.
Other ladies trying to like pressure me to take it. I was like,
oh my gosh.
Anyway, it just felt like, yeah, like, and I was so like annoyed about that too, because I was like, I'm doing everything I can, every little 1% thing that might make a difference, like taking all, like doing all low tox, like
of course,
in my house, and like body products and things that are probably just going to be making them like the tiniest different, but combined, like doing something. So I'm taking this like hardcore medication. And also, I guess another midwife was offering me Panadol in there as well, and was like, do you want to take Panadol? I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to take that. And she's like, well, you're taking something worse than Panadol. So it's like, you may as well take it as well. I'm
my gosh.
Great, thank you.
My God.
So it just, I just felt like I couldn't get off this. And even with the monitoring, I'm like, how long does this have to be on for, and all this? They're like, oh, we'll just put it on and we'll see if we can get a good track. Like, they're just so like not giving me a straight answer about it.
Vague.
Very vague, to try and kind of keep me doing what they want me to do. So I was just wanting to, stop monitoring them, because I was like, I know they're fine, and I know I'm fine. Like, can we kind of thing. Anyway, we really pushed to get like discharged. And
so how many weeks were you at this point? Like
33, I think.
33. Okay.
So I got discharged, and then I think Janine kind of sped that process up. Like, I called her and I was like, I want to get out of here.
Yeah, let me out. Bail me out.
So I think she did a few things to kind of get things moving. Got discharged. Then the next day I also was having like a really big like headache, and I couldn't sleep that night at the hospital because of the medication. And no one was saying that like it has, like it's going to make you feel like that. And so I was kind of saying it, and they were doing like a bedside handover or something, and like they're talking through everything, and I'm like, and I've got a headache. And then I think one of them's like, oh, we could test for preeclampsia. And I'm like, no, it's not that. Can you like admit that it's not like, me? And it was only one midwife that came in and was like, yeah, that medication makes you feel pretty trash. Like, I can understand why you're feeling like that. And I was like,
such catastrophizers.
Yeah. Like, they're like, oh, you could have this, you could have that.
Dying. My gosh.
Oh, it was so, and it was, I guess, a blessing in disguise. I felt like going there just really cemented why I don't want to go there.
Yeah, totally.
Really, like, got my husband to see like what's going to happen kind of thing. Anyway, the next day I was having like, I couldn't wee. Like, I was feeling like, I couldn't fully wee. So, texted my midwife again, and she's like, try this, try standing up, getting back down. And I think it was because the babies were putting so much, because they were both head down, putting so much pressure. So like, I needed to go to the toilet, but it just wasn't coming out. And so I had to do all these things like lean back on the toilet and lift my stomach up to get.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Yeah. And so she's like, you're probably going to have to get that checked as well. And so
Oh,
another trip to like, she's like, go to emergency and like get them to like, I think it's an in and out cannula.
yeah, yeah,
So anyway, I got checked for that, and it ended up being that 75 mil, I think, was left in there. And they're like, we don't do anything for that amount anyway. And
yeah,
so they did all the urine tests and make sure it wasn't an infection or whatever.
yeah.
And so we were waiting for those results. And in that time, they were like, oh, we just want to send you to like the maternity unit. Because I think they were a bit like scared of like dealing with me there. Like they're like,
Yeah, I mean they're all scared.
yeah,
You got twins. I mean, they're scared of like single babies.
yeah.
They're scared
They're
of
like, we don't
twins.
really know what to do with you here.
Yeah,
We're just going to send you to maternity. And I thought it was like because, I don't know, they'd give them the results or something. Anyway, so we're waiting on these results because I'm like, I just want to know if I can go home and I'm fine kind of thing.
yeah.
I just want these results. So they send me to maternity, and then it was a male midwife, and he's like strapping me up to the continuous monitoring again. And I'm like, I don't need that. Like, I'm like, I just spent this whole day, these babies are fine, like the day before.
Couldn't we?
Yeah, like I just want to know, like, is this okay? I'm like, I don't need to be monitored. I feel okay. I know my babies are okay. They've been monitored all day and all night yesterday. So, like, I don't want to do this. And he's like, oh, I'm just going to have to check with my supervisor. So, in the meantime, he's like trying to strap me up while he's talking to me. I'm like, what about the results? He's like, yeah, I'm just going to log in. But he's trying to put me off to like put these things on me. And I'm feeling so nauseous because I'm lying down. I had my hands above my head because I just felt like really gross. And he's like, oh, don't do that. You're giving the babies too much room to move around. And I'm like, I'm going to faint like you, like putting these things on me, because he's like trying to push them and like into position and stuff. And he's like not being like, he doesn't give a shit. Like he's just trying to get the monitors on the babies. And he's
Oh my
like,
gosh.
I just lost the heartbeat for this one. And I'm like, oh. Anyway, he ends up going out to get the supervisor or whatever. She comes in and with the bedside ultrasound, I think.
Okay.
And she's like, yeah, I think that's what she came back with. So she's like doing a quick monitor and checked both their heartbeats, I think, with a Doppler. And she's like, oh, they're a bit, I didn't get a good reading on them or something. So we do recommend that you stay on the continuous monitoring for a bit longer, because it was like, it didn't give us a good reading or something. And I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
So, and it kind of just got to that point of me like putting my foot down, and that's not like me at all. And like I finally was able to do that, like, but it just took a shit time of like
Oh my gosh.
happening to me for me to be like, can I get out of here? Like I've got
Of course.
to go home to, like I can't just stay in hospital.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they're all just like doing the paperwork and like eventually sent me home.
Yeah.
I was like, see, this is why I don't want to come here.
Yeah.
And my husband was like fully on board then. He was like, yeah, this isn't the place that you're going to like give birth to these babies. Like,
Yeah.
safe and that kind of thing. So I think that was like the final like thing that got everyone on board. Even Janine was like, yeah, we
Yeah.
like the place.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I think the next thing was going to the obstetrician. Like I had been seeing the obstetrician and she was like really good. She like, we even went through like my birth plan, and I thought there was some things on there that she might not be okay with, but she was like, yeah, like she was happy with everything.
Okay, yeah.
Like that was the previous appointment. And then me and Janine were like, we like really want to tell her, but we were just worried that like she might not want to care for me anymore.
Oh, so the obstetrician's involved in planning the hospital birth.
Yeah.
At this point, she's not clued in to the fact that you're actually now wanting to do a home birth.
Yeah.
Okay.
No. So, and that really, like, I just felt like I can't, like, we could have, like, accidentally done it at home and been like, whoops, but both of us didn't want to do that to her.
Yeah.
So, and it just meant that, like, I kind of had to come to the point of, we either tell her and she, like, says, I can't care for you anymore, and then if we need to transfer, then we're going to the hospital with, like, no kind of backup. And Janine can only practice if she's got that obstetrician there. Like, she can't just walk into the hospital then and help me. Like, she's just the support person then. Like, it's like a normal home birth transfer then, I guess.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, okay, yeah.
So I was kind of, like, really going, okay, I'm going to have to, like, make a decision about this. Like, do we go all out with the home birth, or do we kind of, like, just go to the hospital so we've got all the things we need? So, and her support, really. So I think Janine was like, do you want me to call her before your appointment to kind of, like, talk to her about this? And I was like, yeah, that might be better. And anyway, Janine called her, and I think maybe they weren't on the same page about, like, we didn't want her to, like, obviously we didn't want her to come to my home. Like, we knew she couldn't come to my house to help.
Yeah.
But I think maybe that's what she kind of thought we wanted. But she was like, I can't support that, like, you know, that kind of thing. So that was the conversation. And so then we were going into this appointment thinking she's going to drop us, kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I was just so nervous about that, and, like, so anxious. Like, I had a breakdown in the car on the way, and I was like, oh my God, like,
I'm going to be dumped by my obstetrician.
Anyway, we went into the appointment, and she went over, like, my last results or whatever, and she's like, everything looks good. And then she's like, all right, let's address the elephant in the room kind of thing. And she was like, what do you want, Charlotte? Like, and I was like, I just want to stay home, like, and, like, I just feel the safest at home. I don't want, like, I just want this to be, like, so, like, as undisturbed as possible. And I just am really anxious about the drive to the hospital. I don't want to come in earlier than I would, like, because she was saying, like, given your history, like, the plan was to go in earlier into the hospital in labour, then, like, come right at the end, like, to have the same kind of thing. And I was like, I know that I'm not going to call Janine, like, I'm going to wait to call her because I know that she's going to say, okay, we have to go to the hospital. So I'm not going to be telling her, like, with enough time, I guess. I'm probably going to tell her at last minute, and then, like, probably have the same, like,
born before arrival.
I was like, I know, like, that's probably what's, like, I'm not going to be calling her like, quickly or whatever. So I just kind of said that, and I was like, I've had too many, like, instances in the hospital, like, bad experiences in the hospital that, like, I don't trust it at all, and I don't feel safe here. And she's like, I read back through your notes of, like, your first birth, and I can understand why you'd feel that way. But then she just was, like, reassuring me. She's like, this is different. Like, we're all in a relationship here, and, like, we're gonna do what's best for you, and like we're going to follow your birth plan. And if there's anything that makes you uncomfortable coming in, like let's change that kind of thing. So she was really trying to say like, we'll make it as like good here like as we can, and if there's anything that I can do to like help you kind of get over that line to come in, like what kind of thing.
Yeah.
So like I was like, okay, but I was still like, I don't want to come in. And she's like, okay, but then she's like, I can't support like you being at home. And then I think I said like, would you still support me if I came into hospital? And then she's like, yes, 100%. That's not what this is about, kind of thing. She's like, if you ever change your mind along this, like at all, I'll be there at hospital to support you. And I was like, oh my God, like that's all we like wanted to hear.
Yeah.
So then she's like, she kept kind of saying like, you can change your mind at any time and you can come in at any time. And then we kind of just went through like logistics of like, if this happens, like, let's think about coming in earlier rather than later, because you don't know where the ambulance is going to take you, like what hospital they're going to take you to.
Yeah.
So if you can get in the car and drive, obviously not in an emergency, but like
sure.
Think something's happening, so you know that you're going to end up here at this hospital. Because if you go somewhere else, I can't.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
So yeah, she like was just so good about that, and I was just like, I just felt like that was the last thing that I needed to kind of get through, like the last hurdle.
How many weeks were you when you had that conversation with her?
I was like 36.
Yeah. Okay.
And I like, Janine wanted me to get to 37 before we even like kind of spoke about home birth kind of thing. So it was the last appointment I had with her, and
so the other two midwives as well were they on board? Well, she would have. How was she? Did she already have the other two midwives in play yet, or
not the third midwife?
Okay.
So she had her backup midwife the whole time.
Yeah.
Who was going to support the home birth. But then, still couldn't find another one. And I think maybe after this appointment, that's when we found the third midwife.
Yeah.
I don't know if it was before that or after that, but it was around that time. I think the next thing was Janine. It must have been after. Janine then, like, she organised like a home birth opening ceremony for me. Like she just
cool. Okay.
Yeah, she just organised it with my doula. I had 2 student midwives as well.
Amazing.
Yeah, so there was a lot of
people.
Yeah. So we did the she organised that. They came to my house and we kind of spoke about like our fears and like what we wanted to happen, and it was really nice. And then actually at that time she's like, guess what, like I found the last midwife, and I was like, oh my God,
cool,
like, everything's like
falling into place. Yeah.
Just throughout the whole like pregnancy, I just felt like everything was just happening. Like it was hard to kind of like, things would come up and it would be hard, and I'd be like, oh my God, how are we going to get through this? But then it would work out and things would fall into place. And I think at that time, so the babies had switched again. So one head down, baby A head down, baby B breech. So I think that was because they were putting so much pressure on going downwards, and like I was stressed about going into labor or whatever. I think they kind of just switched back, and it was like all is good again.
Yeah.
So, and I was getting a lot of like tightenings and Braxton Hicks a lot. So I really had to slow down after that, like pre-labor kind of scare. So yeah, I slowed down.
To have Ali and Halima, like, were they going to be present at the birth, or like how did you start to navigate that?
I wanted them to be present at the birth, and I thought I'm gonna be like I'm gonna like be so present and like no, like I can be in control. Like I'm gonna be in control. It's fine. Like I'm not gonna make crazy noises. It'll be fine.
Yeah.
And so I was trying to tell my husband I really want them there. And he was like a bit like, I don't think they should be, kind of thing. Like he's like, it might be a bit scary. But I didn't want to invite anyone else in. Like I didn't want to have to organise anyone else.
True, yeah.
Them. So I was like, oh, maybe the student midwives or something could like take them away if like it's getting hectic or whatever.
Yeah.
So I didn't really have a plan for them. I wanted them to be there. But yeah, we weren't really on the same page about them
being present. Yeah, but that's understandable because like at this point, you're going to have 3 midwives, 2 students, your husband, and your doula, and then having another 2 kids. That's like a lot of people.
Yeah. So it was pretty full on. And I remember like when I was doing like visualization and things like that, I knew exactly what like Janine and Danae would be saying to me. Like I could visualize that, and I could visualize the student midwives because like I'd seen them before, like they'd come and stuff. So I could see them there, and I could see my kids there and my husband, but I couldn't see the extra midwives because like I hadn't met them before.
Of course.
So I was like I would just try and like pop them in there because like I was like they need to be there too.
Figures,
but I could just really like visualize and know what like Janine and Danae would be saying to me and how they'd support me. So because we'd have that relationship. So it's funny that I couldn't really like visualize that. I just felt like everything was kind of, falling into place, and I had relaxed a lot, like, because I was like, I've just got to get to 37 weeks. And I was so like tight and restricted before that. Like I was like, these babies can't come out. So I was just like not walking anymore. Like I was just like trying to lie down as much as I could. Because every single time I'd walk, I'd take a couple of steps and then the Braxton Hicks would be so intense. Like I just couldn't walk without that happening.
Yeah.
And so I was just limiting the amount of walking I could do and, not really doing anything. And, got to 37 weeks and I just felt like a weight lifted off my shoulders, and I just felt so good. Like I could finally like enjoy this pregnancy. I just felt so good after that, and I just did, like I was walking all the time and I was like, these babies can come out now, like it's fine. But nothing happened. And like it wasn't painful anymore, like because I was like getting a lot of pain before, but I think because I was so like restricted and that kind of thing. So it got 37 weeks, and I think after that, like it was just all pretty smooth. And I was seeing like a regular massage lady, so the lady that put me into labour.
Cool. Nice.
I've seen her again, and she's amazing. She has had all her babies at home, and she's like, you can do this, and she was just like my cheerleader the whole time, and she was like, don't feel like you're doing anything wrong. Like wanting to have your babies at home is like if that's where you feel safest, don't make anyone think that you're doing anything wrong. So yeah, she was so good and she was supporting me the whole time. And it got to probably, I think maybe a week before I had them, I got sick, like got a cold.
Oh.
And I was like, oh, this can't be happening right now. And I was like, I think maybe they'll come once I kind of like am over this. And I also got like acupuncture too, like towards the end. And he kind of was like, I don't think like, because I wanted him to do like labor induction something. Like I was like, can you do that? And he's like, I don't think you're ready. Like he's like, I'm feeling your pulse and that kind of thing. I think you're a bit run down. So he did like some stuff, but he was like, I can't really do something too intense yet.
Yeah.
I don't think you're ready. Anyway, he goes, this might take a couple of days to kind of kick in. And then that's when I got sick. And then I think the day I started to feel better, I woke up to like maybe a bloody show, I think. And I texted my midwife and a doula, and I was like, oh, I got a bloody show, like hopefully things kind of happen, and they're like, keep us updated kind of thing. And I didn't get like any contractions or anything throughout the day. Like I felt pretty good.
Yeah. How many weeks were you when that happened, roughly?
39 and
wow.
39
Yeah, cool.
and 3 or 4.
Yeah.
39 and 3. So normal day, just had that in the morning, nothing else. And then it wasn't until 7 o'clock, I think I would, like in the night, I was cooking, like, and then I started to get the cramps, and I was like, oh, okay. And they were just very random though, like they were like 20 minutes apart, 10, 5, but then back to 20, like just like it was just so random. And I was like, oh, I don't think this is it. Like I think maybe like it needs to be like consistent.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. Like they're jumping too much. So I didn't say anything. And then I think it got to like I was trying to put the kids to bed and I was reading them a book, and I'm like standing and swaying, like trying to read them the book, and like they're asking so many questions about the story, and I'm like, I just want to finish the book. Like no questions.
Yeah.
So I was just trying to quickly put them to bed, swaying through contractions, and then told my husband, and he's like, I think we'll try go to sleep. And so we're trying to get ready for bed, and I'm like, I don't think I can sleep. Like, I can't sleep through this. So then, and I was like, I don't know if I should tell Janine, and he's like, oh, okay. So then I'm trying to like, move through the contractions. I went in the lounge room, and then I was like, I think I should like text her. And he's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea. So I ended up texting her around 10 o'clock. And she's like, yeah, I'll come now. And I'm like, oh, no, like it's okay.
Yeah.
And I was like kind of saying, they're all over the place. It's a bit random, nothing too intense, that kind of thing. And she's like, I'm coming over. And I'm like, oh God. And then, so I texted Danae as well. And she was like, do you want me to come now? And I'm like, oh, like you could, like, I don't know. And then she just, the next text was like, I'm coming now. And I'm like, oh, take your time kind of thing. Like, I don't think this is like anything.
Yeah.
And then, so they would take probably 45 minutes to an hour to get.
Sure. Yeah.
So I was like, oh, hopefully this is it, because I don't really I feel bad like that they're coming so early. And they got to my house around 11, and I was in my walk-in wardrobe, and I had the step thing again. Like I had the step going, doing step ups, and then I had the birth ball with my ironing board in front of me, like at the height of me being able to
Ah,
rest my
yeah.
elbows and head on, so I could be kind of upright but resting.
Yeah.
So I had those two things going back and forth between those, and I had told my husband, like, I think you should get the birth pool like ready, and he's like, oh, I'll just wait for Janine to come, and I'm like, okay. Like, I wanted to like go off at him and be like, hurry up and get it ready, but I was like, I don't want to ruin this moment. Like,
Yeah.
yeah. So I was like, let him do his thing. So, yeah. And they were still a bit random, and I was still able to kind of talk through them and stuff. And I just remember Janine and Danae coming in, and I kind of was like, hi, like I was just happy that they were there, but then I was also like, I need to like concentrate because I don't want to come out of this.
Sure,
like,
yeah, of course. Yeah.
Because I need this to kind of happen now. Like, I don't want to waste your time kind of thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I remember being excited that they were there and like smiling, and I was like, no, Charlotte, concentrate. Like, put your head down, close your eyes. And then they started to kind of ramp up, but I was still like just breathing through them. Yeah. And then I was getting increasingly frustrated at my husband because he had the birth pool filled up, and I could hear all the noise of fussing around with the pump and everything. And then because I was in the walk-in wardrobe, it was the bathroom and then my like room. So you had to kind of come through there to like get to the bathroom to put the hose on.
Yeah.
And I can see him fiddling with the hose, and it kept like coming up, like he couldn't put the water on too hard.
Oh, the pop off. Yeah.
So I was like, oh my God, hurry up kind of thing. Like I just wanted to be told that I could get in, because like I knew that meant like things were happening. And so I was still doing that back and forth, like stepping up and then resting. And then I just remember then going, I need to do something else. Like this is getting intense. And so I was just doing like hip circles, but then they were not, I wasn't having a break between. Like I felt like the contraction would come and I'd be like, oh, okay, I can rest now. But then it would come again.
Wow,
like,
on top of each other. Yeah.
Yeah, they were just coming on top of each other. And I was just like, whoa, like this is like too intense. And then Janine like came to me and she's like, I don't think you're going to make it in the birth pool, love. And then she then started putting tarps down in my walk-in.
Wow.
And like a big sheet and everything. Like she started doing that, and then I'm like, I think I might just do a quick wee. Like, can I go to the toilet or whatever? So I sat on the toilet, and then I just started like pushing on the toilet. And my doula came with me. She took me to the toilet, and then she's like, she's pushing. And then, so they got me off the toilet and then back on the ground on the tarps and everything. And it was in a bit of a like lunge, but I was leaning over, I think the birth stool. They had that in front of me. So I had my forearms on that, and I was kind of like rocking back and forth in a lunge.
Yeah.
Which is like the yoga moves that I was doing in like all the yoga, but I didn't realize that was what I was doing. But because I was like so, like I had done it so many times, like my body just got in that position.
Yeah, cool.
Just by itself. And I was like only looking back at it now, I was like, oh, that's that move.
Muscle memory. Yeah.
So, bearing down and like pushing. And then I saw my husband was in front of me at the time, and Janine was behind me, and I think she kind of like ushered for him to kind of come to her because he wanted to catch both the babies.
Yeah.
Caught Halima, and he like I want to catch them all, and I want to catch both of these babies because I don't want to like feel bad for not catching one, like favoriting one.
Oh, that's so sweet.
So she's like, come over, and I was like, oh, like things might be happening. I was still like in shock. Like I was still not thinking like this is it or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Did it feel different to your labour with Halima?
Yeah, I felt like it was just all a blur. And with Halima, I felt the stages like pretty yeah, I was like, oh, this is transition or this is this.
Yeah,
and,
okay, yeah.
And this is the pushing stage.
Yeah.
With this one, I didn't feel all that. Like it just all blurred into one. And like that transition phase to pushing, all just kind of merged into one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it just was really fast and hard and I felt pretty out of control.
Yeah.
So I was quite in shock. Like I didn't think the babies were coming. Like I was like, again, like this is just a poo.
Yeah.
So she called him over and I remember, just pushing and I think her head and then quickly her body came out like all at once and they kind of just had to like quickly catch her.
Oh, wow. Are you in your walk-in at this moment?
Pardon?
You're in your like wardrobe or something?
Yes, yeah. I'm in my wardrobe and they've shoved everything to the side. Wow. And I had like it was a bit of like I was storing all the stuff we needed in there as well. So it was like the smallest space that I could have been in with all the buckets of stuff.
Oh my gosh.
The tarps and everything in and the like scoop for the pool and all that. So we were just, all in the smallest space. And so, she shot out and they brought her up to me through my legs and I was just shocked. I was like, oh my God, it's a baby. And then I just remember feeling so nauseous and then like blood just started to kind of come out and like it was quite a lot and there was a mirror, like I have the mirror there as well. So I was watching it and I was like, oh no. And I had one little slight second of thinking, crap, I think we're going to have to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
And then Janine was like on it. She was like, okay, I think let's, like if it's okay with you, like, we can break the waters of like Twin B to kind of get
you okay, yeah.
Like, I don't know where this blood is. Like you're losing a lot of blood. I don't know where it's coming from.
Yeah.
Let's get him out ASAP so that we can control it kind of thing. But she that's probably like any person probably would have been like, fuck, that's an emergency. Like, but she was still able to kind of say like, is it okay if we do this?
Yes.
Explain it to me and everything. And
of
I was
course.
Like, and we had gone through all these scenarios before. So, I like it was a pretty quick decision for me in the moment. But she was onto it straight away. And I kind of wanted to, like, if everything was going okay, wanted to wait to see like when contractions would pick up again between them and all that. But in that moment, I'm so glad that she was just so quick onto that. So she then laid me back on my husband. I had Jamila on my chest and she broke my waters and then they sat me up on the birth stool.
Yeah.
Because we knew he was breech. I think she might have checked like him with, she had like I don't know if she checked him or she might have just done a vaginal exam and kind of checked what was presenting or whatever.
Sure, so,
he was breech. They got me on the birth stool and she broke my waters and then 2 minutes later, straight away actually he started coming out.
Wow.
And that was strange too because I didn't have any any point of reference in my head like, oh, that's the head, then that's the body.
Yeah. Yeah, so true.
Yeah, so I was just like, how long is this baby? Like, because you have to just keep pushing the baby out. I thought I was like pushing forever because she's like, keep pushing, Charlotte, keep pushing. And I, like, we had spoken about that too. She's like, you're going to have to keep pushing without contractions for a breech baby.
Yeah.
So, yeah, she's coaching me to keep pushing. And I just felt like he was just so long and I couldn't tell when it was going to end.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was such a strange sensation.
Yeah.
But my husband and I had spoken to my husband about it too. I'd looked at like the videos on like Breach Without Borders of like how the babies are supposed to like do their tummy crunches and like all that kind of stuff and it, like, you know that they're well.
Yes. Yeah.
By them doing that. So like I had spoken to him about that and he was like, yeah, he's doing the crunches. Like,
cool.
Doing all the moves. So yeah, he was out. And I think that was 2 minutes after she had broken my waters, he was out.
Yeah.
And then she had brought him up to me. And so I was holding both of them. And I was just in shock. Like I was like, I can't believe there was 2 babies in there.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like I just felt like I was up in the clouds. Like,
wow.
Yeah, like it was just insane. And then we had spoken about doing the Synto injection for the placenta just to control the bleeding. And also she did one more step of, is it Syntomectrin or something? It's
a different drug. Yeah.
Drug just to make sure the bleeding would stop. So so she gave me those 2 and she like before that as well. It's like we spoke about this. Is still okay for me to give you the Synto? And then she's like, I think we should probably do this other one as well. Are you okay with that? Just so we can control this.
And so the other 2 midwives, they didn't make it in time.
They didn't make it in time. So I had the 2 students made it. Which was good because they were helping Janine a lot. She was like, can I get me this? Write this down, time of birth, that kind of thing. She was just like on it. Like
so much for Janine to do.
Yeah. But she was so good. Like,
so good at delegating.
Yeah. And I felt like that was good because I feel like maybe if there was more who would take charge and they might be like, oh, do you think this or do you think that? But she just was like, we're doing this, we're doing that, we're doing that. She just was so fast with all her decisions. And like they were just helping her, like bringing her stuff, writing everything down and like recording the time of birth and that kind of thing. So that was really good. And we were all in the wardrobe as well. So that was 6 of us, is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 of us in there. My kids didn't wake up at all.
Wow.
But I was like roaring out like the babies. So like I'm so surprised that that happened.
Wow.
So it all kind of just worked out like the way it should.
Yeah, amazing. And did the bleeding stop after that second injection? Yeah, cool. Nice.
Bleeding stopped. My placenta came out. And I was just like, what the hell just happened? It was just a whirlwind. And I think Janine then like took a moment because she was like, whoa. Like, like she got there at 11 and they were born at 12:01 and 12:09. So it was like within that hour.
Wow. Oh my gosh, they almost had different birthdays.
I think if like I wasn't waiting for the birth pool or like I felt like I was holding on a bit more. So, like I was like, oh yeah, they can come. They might have like been on his
oh my gosh, that would have been so funny.
Oh my goodness. And then her backup midwife came And she helped with a lot of like the cleanup and like the paperwork and stuff like that. So that was really good. Like they just cleaned it up like nothing happened. And I was like, oh, this is great.
Yeah.
And then they put me in bed with the babies to kind of breastfeed them, and they were still like attached to the placenta.
So they shared a placenta.
Well, I think it might have been fused.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
I think it might have fused in the end, and we're thinking what had happened with the bleeding in between was her placenta started to detach because she had come out. But because it was fused, it wouldn't have been good if that dragged his one out.
Yeah.
So it all just kind of really worked out perfectly.
Yeah.
And like the calls that were made were just spot on, I think, for them to kind of come out. And then we sorted out the bleeding and everything. So got into bed with both the babies and was breastfeeding them and stuff. And I was feeling pretty like woozy and like couldn't get up kind of thing. They're like, you should probably do a wee. Like they wanted me to do a wee. They had set up on the side of my bed just like a bucket thing for me to kind of wee, and they had the birth stool with the
perfect. Yeah.
I was like, I can't really get up. I don't think I can get up and walk.
Yeah.
And so once I did that, I started to feel better after anyway. They had given me a bit of a sponge bath because they were thinking like you can't get up to go to the shower. But then I started to feel good after a while, and then they helped me in the shower.
Cool.
Which was good. It was just amazing. I think they then put me back in bed and they went and had a tea. And just left me and my husband.
Wow.
To process the whole thing. And I was like, what the hell?
2 to 4 in 8 minutes.
Oh my God, it was just crazy. And like they were quite different in weight as well. My daughter, which was born first, she was 2.5 kilos, and then my son was 3.2 kilos.
Yeah, wow.
But I just think everything, even throughout the pregnancy, the birth and everything just happened so perfectly. Even the fact that she was born first and she was tinier, that kind of thing, like it just all played out so well. And I just think it was such a learning experience for me to like find my voice, and like I just feel like I had to go through all this to kind of get to the end. Because also I think after Halima was born, like I was like in a pretty bad place, and I went to see a psychologist. What's the thing you do, the EMDR?
Oh, the EMDR. Yeah.
We did some of that. And in the, like at the time, I just remember feeling like pretty, like after every session, I'd feel like really shitty. Like I felt like I had a hangover.
Yeah.
And I was like, what am I doing? Like, is this doing anything? Like, it's just making me feel worse.
Yeah.
And it was like the things we were kind of like trying to address were a lot of this like people pleasing. And I just felt like so lost that I was, like I didn't know who I was. Like I was like, everything that I do or opinion I have, I feel like it's just somebody else's, because like I'm just so used to like going along with all that. Like I just felt like I'm not, like, how do I stand up for myself and that kind of thing. And I felt like in motherhood, how do I stand up for my kid? Like, how am I going to stand up for my kids if I can't do that for myself?
Yeah.
So like, I just felt like it felt at that point, like I was like, this is doing nothing.
What's the point? Yeah.
And I feel worse for it, that kind of thing. But it's not until now, like after all this, like I went through all this to kind of get to this point. Like,
the
same person I was, like after having my other two kids. Like every single time, like I feel like it's like an upgrade or something.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's transformative. Situations obviously seem ridiculous that you have to go through.
Yeah.
But I mean that is pregnancy and that whole rite of passage is this transformation and growth.
Yeah.
So I think that's exactly right.
Yeah, and I just feel like I just want everyone to feel like this. Like I just like sometimes I think like, oh, like it doesn't matter or whatever, but I'm like, I think this is like what life's about, like feeling these things and going through birth, and it's hard, but on the other side, like it's like it transforms you, and like I'm like, people like this is what it's all about, I feel.
Yeah. Well, I believe that it's meant to be hard. Like it's the same with like the pain factor. I feel that to some extent or whatever. I mean, it's individual, I suppose, but like learning how to work through that, like that's not just a skill that's just for labor. That's relevant to people pleasing as well, and learning to be uncomfortable and fight what your automatic response might be, because that's going to come up in parenthood and throughout the whole of your life, of course.
And I think like this whole experience has just like made my postpartum and like being able to like mother 4 kids now, like it just made it so much like easier. Like I've had the best postpartum that I've ever had, and just like it doesn't feel hard anymore. Like you'd think, oh my God, twins, this is going to be the hardest one, but it's actually been the easiest. And I think a lot of it, like I'm just trying to be more intuitive and not so anxious. Like, so with my first, like I was just an anxious first time mom and everything was just so hard. But this time, I think when there's no anxiety, it's not as hard. Like I'm just kind of taking it as it comes. I know how fast it goes. So I'm just really enjoying it. And like postpartum for both of the other two was like the hardest thing. I was like, the hormones like just wreck me and I just feel like all over the place. But this has been like the most steady and the best that I've felt.
Wow.
Yeah, so it's just really wild.
That's I mean, it's such a special and really, really important to share, and that's what I'm so grateful for you sharing your journey, because think about all of the twin mums and parents out there who get stuck on that merry-go-round, and like the parents that have twins for their first baby where they are feeling that anxiety as first-time parents and thrust into this medicalized merry-go-round. I mean it's like maybe having twins at home is not for everyone, obviously, but like knowing that it's an option is really, really important.
Definitely. I think like hopefully it could be more of an option now, but I just feel like people then are pushed into like free birth if they don't have any other option. Like
well, I think like you having your obstetrician, I don't know the specific technicalities of how private midwives can support twins at home, but I know that because of the category it falls in or whatever, they're meant to have, this secondary consultation from the obstetrician. And I mean, that's what you were receiving like pretty much your entire pregnancy. But like for the obstetrician to have that much power, I suppose, is quite challenging, because it's, most obstetricians you would probably be able to presume would not be on board with having twins at home because of their own, fears and anxieties around birth. Yeah. So it's so awesome that it worked out for you and that you were able to get the supports. And I mean, in the end, you didn't even need those extra people.
Yeah. And I was just so sure that this is what was supposed to happen. I'm like, I conceived these babies naturally, and it shouldn't have to be that an obstetrician has to get them out of you. Like,
Yeah.
I was just so trusting in the process and like birth that I just knew from the start. I think even like when Danae introduced me by email to Janine, I was like, I know I can do this. I just like would like love your support. Like, So from the get-go, like I was just so sure that this was supposed to happen. And it just all played out so wonderfully. Like, I couldn't have like wished it any other way. Like,
thank you so much for taking the time to share your story, Charlotte. It's I know I've said it multiple times, but just reiterating, it's so important. And make sure that you scream that from the rooftops about your experience. People need to know about it.
And like I got so much like knowledge and like was so empowered by other women's stories. Like that's all I kind of like really like how I made my decision and things like that, like from other people's stories. So I just find I was like, I will gift that out to like I just felt like I need to give it back because I took so much from all these other women's stories, like and it was just so helpful for me like throughout all my like births. That I just feel like hopefully like some of this like resonates with other people and they can like use bits and pieces of it in their own birth.
That's the power of story sharing, and that's why I have the podcast for sure. Cool. Thank you so much.
Thank you.